The court orders counseling. You read that line, and for a second, your chest tightens, your mouth goes dry, and you think, what do I say? Who decides? Am I failing my kid? That exact, even physical panic is why I want to start here. Welcome to Danny's Den. I'm Danny M, and today we're going to do 3 things. Calm the panic, map the process, and give you copy and paste lines to protect your child's routines while you comply. My central point, say it with me, court-ordered therapy is rarely a punishment. It's usually a structured checklist courts use to see whether kids have safe, predictable routines. Keep that thought in your back pocket as we go.
Quick promise, by the time we finish, you'll have a 3-line script to tell a child, a 1-line email you can send to a co-parent, a short sample objection if you need one, and a 1-page example timeline you can adapt. Concrete stuff, no legal fluff. All right, first, how do you tell a child? Don't over-explain. Here are 3 real lines you can use depending on age. For teens, the judge wants us to try extra support. You'll meet someone who listens and helps us make things easier. For elementary kids, you'll meet a helper who talks about feelings. For very young kids, we're going to see a nice helper who reads stories and helps with big feelings. Short, honest, no alarmist language. Those lines remove mystery, and mystery is what creates fear. Now to your co-parent. Lead with collaboration. Say, subject, court-ordered counseling, proposed therapist and schedule. Hi, I propose Dr. Lee, child specialist, for weekly sessions. I'm available Tuesdays after school or Saturday mornings. If you agree, reply here so I can schedule. Thanks. That email does 3 things. It documents cooperation, proposes concrete options, and creates a time-stamped record. Courts like effort in black and white. Let me pause and answer the common panicked question you're thinking. But what if they use therapy to turn my kid against me? Short answer, evaluators look for patterns and routines more than a single session soundbite. The court's job isn't to make you the villain. It's to determine what will help the child. That said, how you show up matters. Be consistent. Be factual. Keep routines steady. Repeat the thesis with me again, because this will help you decide next steps. Court-ordered therapy is rarely a punishment. It's a structured way for the court to see whether a child's day-to-day life is predictable and safe. I'll say it one more time later. For now, hold that as your North Star. What can the court actually order? They can require counseling, supervised parenting time, records be submitted to an evaluator, or a custody evaluation. They can't force a child to testify at length in front of a crowd, and they can't magically strip away all privacy without process. Compliance typically means attending appointments and cooperating with reasonable requests, not surrendering every private message. Who are the evaluators? Licensed psychologists, social workers, or court-appointed custody specialists. They use interviews, questionnaires, school records, and sometimes drop-in observations. Important red flags. Someone promising a quick fix, an evaluator refusing appropriate documentation, or questions designed to prompt rehearsed answers. If you see that, raise it professionally with your attorney. Let's talk prep, ethically. You should prepare, not coach. Build a 1-page timeline. Say it out loud with me. Concise dates, short notes. Example, 03-24-24, parenting plan filed. 04-24-24, teacher note, concentration concerns. 05-24-24, pediatrician, anxiety symptoms. 06-24-24, court-ordered counseling. That's it. 1 page, clear, easy for an evaluator to scan. Also collect school notes, dates of major events, and any prior therapy records. Keep it factual. Imagine parent interruption? Let me play it. But what if they lie or my ex coaches the kid? Good question. If you suspect coaching, write it down, keep copies of your communications, and tell your attorney. Evaluators know signs of coach testimony. They'll flag it. Don't respond with anger. Document, stay factual, and let the process run its course. What if you disagree with an order? Don't skip appointments to protest. That risks contempt. Instead, file a concise written objection. Keep attending where safe, and ask the court for clarification or modification. Here's a short objection line you can adapt. I respectfully object to the broad scope of the requested disclosures and request clarification of the order with limitations to records directly relevant to parental responsibilities. Short, professional, filed on time.
Small parenting moves matter. Rituals, game days, bedtime songs, a specific snack, anchor kits. If Sunday is Eagles or Yankees time, write that into a parenting note. Who brings the snacks, when the TV is on, and whether bedtime stays the same. If therapy times collide with ritual, ask for makeups or alternate windows. Little predictability equals less stress, and less stress makes therapy actually work. A tactile anchor idea: bring a small team pennant or a laminated photo to sessions when appropriate, something the child can hold at the start of every appointment. Or use a 2-minute playlist in the car to transition home. For a song, I often recommend Lean on Me by Bill Withers. Calm, familiar, and non-threatening. Make it a predictable post-session cue. 2 minutes of music, 5 minutes of check-in. When reports come in, read them with a copied ear, not a furious one. If you see factual errors, request clarification or a supplemental evaluation. If you think the evaluator missed critical context, ask the court for a second opinion. Keep records of attendance, communications, and steps you took to follow the order. Those records are your best defense and your best proof of cooperation. Before we pull this together, one more microscript for tense moments with a co-parent. I want us to minimize conflict for the kids. Per the order, I will schedule sessions and share summaries. If you disagree with recommendations, let's exchange notes by email so there's a record. Simple, cooperative, documented. Okay, time to repeat that thesis one last time so it sticks. Court-ordered therapy is rarely a punishment. It's a way courts check whether a child's life is stable and predictable. If you focus on stability, cooperation, and clear records, you reduce risk and protect the child's routines. Recap. 3 actions you can take this week. 1. Send the proposed therapist email to your co-parent and save the thread. 2. Make a 1-page timeline with dates and short notes. 3. Preserve routines. Pick a post-session song like Lean on Me. Lock in who brings snacks for game day and keep bedtime consistent. Do those things and you'll both show cooperation and keep your child's world steady.
A few final notes. This episode is general information, not tailored legal advice. Rules vary by state and county. If you're facing a specific order, consult a local attorney. If therapy is offered, try to see it as a tool. Often it helps kids and families build routines and resilience. And if you feel overwhelmed, reach out to local mental health resources for immediate support. It's okay to ask for help.
If this episode helped, please subscribe to Danny's Den so new episodes arrive in your feed. If you want a downloadable checklist with the email template, the 1-page timeline example, and the objection sample, head to the show page and download it, or leave a comment with questions. Thanks for sharing this time with me and for protecting the routines that mean the most. Let's chat.